Hi there, my name is Ade Awotede. I am lead trainer and consultant at Austratech. Today, I'll be introducing us to project management, and hopefully, you'll find this session helpful. But first, let's look at the main aspects I'll be covering as part of this presentation today. We would look to answer the question, what is a project? We will want to understand why organizations embark on projects. We would look to differentiate between project operations or BAU, what we call business as usual or business as normal. We'll take a look at the project lifecycle. And following that, we want to sort of define project management. We'll look at some roles and functions in project management. And then we want to answer the question, why pursue a career in project management? So let's proceed. What is a project? Prince 2, which is project in a controlled environment, which is the Office of the Government of Commerce Methodology for Project Management in the UK, defines a project as follows. A project is a temporary endeavor. In other words, time bound. It doesn't run infinitely. It has a defined start or finish. It is a temporary arrangement. We embark on it, we set it up as a fresh endeavor to deliver a specific, unique product or service. This product or service can be tangible or intangible. It could be the prototype of a car, a new house, an upgrade to an existing technology, or the introduction of a totally new technology. All of this will deliver to a given rationale or justification. This rationale or justification we call a business case. Just to summarize, we're saying a project is a temporary arrangement, in other words, time-bound. It has a defined start or finish. It will deliver a specific, unique product or service. This product or service can be tangible or intangible according to a business case, justification, or rationale. Why project? Organizations will embark on projects for so many reasons. One of such reasons is regulatory or statutory demands. Regulations and statutes can place a demand on organizations to achieve certain levels of compliance. Failing which, they will attract sanctions and penalties. Organizations will want to avoid these sanctions and penalties. Now, to sort of ensure they achieve the level of compliance required, they may need to stand up projects or implement new projects. The reason why this is necessary is because the framework, the processes, the infrastructure, the people, the capabilities required for achieving the level of compliance mandated by the new regulation or statute may not be readily available. And as a result, they may need to stand up these new projects to help them deliver the capabilities and achieve that compliance objective as mandated by the regulation or statute in question. It can be to reintroduce a change or address a business need. So introduction of change could include, let's say, technology change. It could be culture change. It could also be to, for example, upskill the people, embark on a recruitment campaign as part of business needs that the organization may have. So some of these can be some rationale. It could also be for business expansion reason, one organization merging with another, a big organization acquiring another. It may just be because an organization wants to ensure visibility in a given territory or country, make sure their presence is felt and is extended and their branch network is wider. So because of this, you embark on some expansion endeavors. And all of these can be reasons why organizations embark on projects. Also, one of the other reasons may be response to competition, market demand. They do all of this to sort of ensure they attract new customers, retain existing customers. But you want to agree with me, having looked at these 4 points, that organizations embark on projects to ensure their survival. They embark on projects to survive. They want to stay afloat. They don't want the business to die. They want to generate revenue. They want to increase their profits. They want to attract new customers. They want to retain existing customers. They want to stay relevant in their markets and maintain their market share, or probably increase their own market share. And this can be reasons why organizations embark on projects. Just to summarize, we're saying regulatory or statutory demands can be reasons. The need to introduce change and address business needs can be another reason for embarking on projects. Business expansion in the form of mergers, acquisitions, or in the need to increase their branch network can be a reason. Response to competition and market demand, and overall, we're saying organizations embark on projects to survive. Projects versus operations, or BAU. There's a need to understand the difference between projects and operations, or BAU, what we call business as usual or business as normal. Projects are temporary. In other words, they have a defined start or defined finish. They'll deliver a unique product or service. This product or service can be tangible or intangible. They'll deliver to specific defined objectives. You need separate dedicated team of people to sort of deliver projects. This team of people will include your subject matter experts or practitioners. These are the people that have skill set in the area of the new product or service you are looking to deliver. One of the main things we need to understand about projects is that the output of our project is handed over to our operational team or our BAU team. So at the end of the project, you have an activity called handover to BAU, where you hand over the output of the project to your business operational team. These are the people that will run the output of the project or the project's product. They will run it, they will maintain it, they will support it, they will derive the benefits for having delivered that output. So let's sort of look closely at the operations of BAU there. It is about the routine or repetitive activities we carry out day in, day out within an organization. It is the daily mundane activities the organization has to carry out to keep it running. It is same ongoing service or product carried out day in, day out. In other words, accounting is accounting every day. Sales and marketing is sales and marketing every day. Your customer service team will do the same old every day. You have your IT service desk carrying out the same activities day in, day out. It is same objectives they look to achieve. It is also delivered by same team. So the key thing we need to sort of understand that is that your operations of BAU is about the running, the support, the maintenance of systems and services and products that have been delivered by virtue of projects at one time or the other to sort of keep the business going. So operations of BAU is more ongoing and repetitive, while projects are temporary in nature. The project life cycle. The project life cycle is the period from the start of a project to the acceptance of the project's product. By nature, we have said projects are temporary. They would have a defined start and a defined finish. So the period from the start and pretty much to the finish is your project life cycle. Typically, a project life cycle can be seen to be made up of 5 main stages. These stages in themselves are explanatory, self-explanatory. We want to look at them right away. We're saying we have the startup or initiation stage or phase. We have the planning stage or phase. We have the implementation or execution phase. We have the monitoring and control phase. And then we have the closing phase. Just sort of to understand in detail what happens across these phases. In the startup or initiation, we have the objectives and deliverables for the project being determined and defined. A project initiation is developed as the main output of this stage. Next is the planning. In the planning, we want to deliver a project delivery plan. Detailed work breakdown structures, what you call WS, is developed, as well as your schedule. You want to select your team. You want to identify further resources as may not have been captured in your project initiation document. You want to define your cost estimates and cost breakdown structures are developed, and risks are also anticipated, way and above what you may have captured in your project initiation document. In your implementation or execution phase, then, you want to sort of implement the project plan as was delivered in or developed in the planning phase. So this project plan is implemented to deliver the outputs and deliverables and overall project product. The monitoring and control phase then, though it sits right under implementation or execution, is not really a phase that follows execution, but it's pretty much a phase that runs, or a set of activities that runs throughout the project, like the project from startup to closing. Basically to ensure we keep our project on track, monitor to ensure it's on track. We want to control and mitigate risk and issues and address them. We want to ensure that pretty much anything that could jeopardize or derail our projects from succeeding is being addressed, and response strategies and mitigation strategies are put in place to ensure the project is under check and under control. The closing phase then is where we're saying the project delivery is complete. Users have accepted our project's output. They signed it up. We have learned some lessons. We are able to say, yeah, we have completed this project and are able to celebrate success. A key output of the closing phase is the project's closure report. Just to summarize then, we're saying the project lifecycle is period from the startup of the project to the acceptance of the project's product, made up of 5 main stages. The startup of initiation, the main output for that stage is the project initiation document. The objectives and deliverables are determined in this phase for our project. The planning phase, we want to ensure we have a robust plan containing work breakdown structures and schedule to ensure the delivery of our project, teams selected, resources are identified, robust cost estimates and cost breakdown structures are developed, and we want to sort of anticipate risk and look to understand how we mitigate them. Implementation or execution phase then is that phase where we sort of look to implement the project plan we developed in planning. And all this plan will help us deliver all the outputs and deliverables and overall project product as part of the implementation of the plan. Monitoring and control, we have said, runs throughout the project to sort of ensure we monitor, we control, mitigate, and address risks and issues that could potentially derail or jeopardize our project delivery. Closing is where we're saying, yeah, we have completed our project, we can celebrate it, users have accepted the product we delivered, and we're saying the key product of that stage is the project closure report. What then is project management? Prince 2 defines project management as follows. It is the planning, delegating, monitoring, and control of all aspects of the project and the motivation of those involved to achieve the project objectives within the expected performance target for time. This is when the project should be delivered, the duration for the project. Cost, the budget allocated or spend allocated to the project. We want to ensure we're within this. Scope. Scope is what the project is set out to deliver. So look at your scope as a box. Anything you have in that box is in scope for your project. Anything outside of the box is out of scope for your project. These 3 we call our triple constraints and make up what we call the project management iron triangle. Hence the reason for the triangular shape you've got. Prince 2 has enhanced this to sort of further identify 3 other performance targets to include benefit, which is about the value derived for embarking on our project. We want to sort of ensure as part of our business case, we identify all the benefits to our project. We want to have a benefit realization plan for ensuring we realize these benefits and track their delivery. We want to also look at quality as another performance target. This is about all the requirements we've set out to deliver. This will be the measure of the quality and the acceptability of that project to our stakeholders or our users. So all of these requirements must be delivered to specific standards we agree from the onset. And this we want to keep an eye on as part of project delivery. The next thing that Prince 2 talks about is risks. We want to sort of ensure we keep our risk to a minimum. We agree appropriate response strategies to keep our risk in check. In some instances, we want to reduce. In some instances, we want to transfer. We want to accept or avoid risks totally. So overall, we have time, benefit, cost, quality, scope, and risk. These 6 make up our critical project success factors. Just to summarize them, what is project management? We are saying project management is the planning, delegating, monitoring, and control of all aspects of the project and the motivation of those involved to achieve the project objectives within the expected performance targets for time, cost, scope, benefits, quality, and risk. Project management roles and functions. There are different roles and functions in project management. One of such roles is the role of the project managers. These are the people that are charged with the oversight of the project and are responsible for the day-to-day management of the project. They take the responsibility for that day-to-day delivery of the project. They will engage stakeholders. They will report into what you call the project management board or the project board or your steering group. They will provide updates regularly to these stakeholders. They will be responsible for ensuring the critical project success factors, time, cost, scope, quality, benefits, and risk as we have identified for project management are delivered. They will be responsible for developing a plan and keeping an eye on the plan to ensure critical milestones are delivered. They want to stay within key tolerances as may have been defined by the project board. The responsibility for the project managers is quite key because they are the hands of the business on that project, the hands and eyes of the business as relates to their project. They will work also with various teams, delivery teams and work streams and SMEs and practitioners, some of them internal, some of them external, to sort of ensure projects are delivered. One of the other roles I want to talk about, I will call them project management support roles. These are mid-level roles. Though they are called support roles, it won't mean they are mundane or that can be relegated to the background. There are still levels of skill set, technical expertise you need to achieve to sort of fulfill or satisfy these roles. Some of the roles will include project administrators, project support, project coordinators, junior project managers, and project planners, etc., etc. This will help you understand there are loads of opportunities for you in project management where you could literally apply yourself. One of the other roles I want to talk about is the role of the PMOs, those we call project management officers. Now, the acronym PMO will stand for Project Management Office or Program Management Office or Portfolio Management Office, depending on the context within which you're looking at it. But for the purpose of this presentation today, we're looking at the Project Management Office. Now, Project Management Officers sit within the Project Management Office to sort of provide different functions. But the PMO generally will sort of sit in to provide functions of governance, in other words, setting policies, functions to ensure execution support, maybe defining project objectives, helping with business planning functions. It could include also capability around the project maturity within an organization. So the project management officers work with project managers, work with the mid-level roles and stakeholders within the organization and project team members to ensure project management capability and maturity is enabled. They will also sit in to ensure standards are enforced and implemented. These are all the processes and practices we adopt for project management function within an organization. So there are quite a lot of areas within which you can apply yourself. And this will include project managers, which are at the top, pretty much within the context of this slide that we're looking at. There may be other roles senior to project managers that I have not touched on within this slide, but we also have the support roles and then the project management officers. This can be project management of office support, project management office analysts, it can be project management office managers, it can be different roles within the PMO to sort of work to provide the governance, capability, execution support, and standards function for project management delivery within an organization or as related to a specific project. Why pursue a career in project management? We may pursue a career in project management for a number of reasons. One of such reasons is the need to intentionally add value and give our careers a boost and enhance our skill set. This is a key objective we may want to fulfill. And because of this, we may want to embark on a career in project management. I think one of the key things to state here is that organizations are adopting more and more the project management way of working. And the opportunity to demonstrate to your organization that you have project management expertise and skill set certification is really good. It means you're showing yourself as relevant and indispensable. And I will encourage sincerely that you really focus on achieving this skill set, because more and more in today's market, this is a relevant skill set for any practitioner to sort of have. One of the other reasons is the need to increase your earning potential. I think there's an opportunity here to increase your earning potential regardless of where you are today in project management. But the key thing to say here is, so that I'm not setting false expectation, is that your earning will be subject to largely the sector within which you operate, your seniority or your level in project management, the location in the country that you sort of sit in, for example, whether you are situated in urban versus rural, your qualification level, and the available project budget for a particular project we're looking at. So you want to sort of understand that there are opportunities to earn as much as possible, but this will be subject to maybe your experience, maybe subject to how you apply yourself. But the key thing to understand really is that a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. Let's not get too greedy or too ambitious. You have to be realistic with yourself and not put unnecessary pressure on yourself. Start with a step and start to progress gradually. And before you know what's happening, you may be at the top of the ladder. Let's look at some earning opportunities across a number of countries. So this slide that we're looking at shows us the average earnings across UK and USA as of 2020. Also, we have another column there for Canada. Just looking at the top two rows, salary range average will be from anywhere between, in the UK, 21,620 to top levels of about 117,000 per annum in the UK. In the USA, they say around about 32,500 US dollars to about $210,000 per annum. And in Canada, we're saying it's anywhere from 40,000 Canadian dollars to 110,000 Canadian dollars. If you were a freelance, we will earn based on day rates. In the UK, you could be anywhere from £39 daily to £625 daily. And let me just be honest, anything over and above £625 is also possible. I've seen that a number of times. In the USA, it's anywhere from 50 US dollars per day to 110,000 per day. And Canadian dollars is anywhere from $75 per day to $520 per day. So you may want to look into the earning opportunities in your own country to better understand the opportunities available to you. But I think it is fair to say there's an opportunity to earn at reasonable, comfortable levels in project management. What we sort of do in Austratech is help you gain entrance into project management, work with you to shape your journey, to train you, handhold you, support you to sort of achieve the levels of skills required to gain entrance into the market in your area. When you have interviews, we support you with interview questions and preparation. We sort of provide ongoing support and mentoring as well. Our training is practical. So you'll not just be taught theories, you'll be handheld and be mentored by seasoned professionals like myself to sort of really ensure your journey is smooth. And what I will look to see is that you engage us following this presentation to sort of progress a training with us in the project management area. Having gone through all these slides, at this point, I want to say thank you for listening to me. And if you want to sort of contact us on Austratech in the future, please feel free to contact us on email at info@austratech.com, on telephone at 07399 Please do not forget the country code if you're calling outside the UK, and it's +44. And on social media platforms at Facebook, Austratech, Instagram, Austratech, and YouTube. Follow us there, subscribe on our channel, and follow our videos. And we'll look to always upload videos that will be beneficial to yourself to help you update, upskill, and learn and progress your project management career. Also, visit us at www.austratech.com. I look forward to seeing you on one of our training programs. Thank you very much for listening today. Have a good day.